your favorite uncle. We are back with Lazarus. Ooh, get that. It's in my ear. It's in my beard. Oh, my Lord. Yes, we are back with Lazarus. Season 1, Episode 1. Let's jump into it, shall we? And before we begin, y'all, let's have this conversation. As we know, Lazarus was produced and created by the showrunners of Cowboy Bebop. This is not Cowboy Bebop. This is not Cowboy Bebop. We had Cowboy Bebop gone. We had a live action that y'all didn't watch. That's why it got canceled. We're not going to talk about that. Let's just jump into this, shall we? So the episode begins with how we all got here, which is basically Dr. Skinner developing a drug called Hapna, which basically got people high and made people, just escape, y'all, because life be tough, y'all. Y'all know how life is. Life just be tough. So they use that to escape. And then 3 years later, Dr. Skinner was like, you know what? I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go over it. Then he came back. No, he didn't come back. But then what people realized was that this miracle drug that everybody loved had a lot of side effects. Now we get to the scene where Axel's now having his visit. And let's just see how we... So, y'all, we get to meet Hirsch. And Hirsch and him are starting to talk. And she's like, well, you know I can free you. And she's like, you can free me? Do you know why? And how long I'm here? 888 years. Y'all, can you imagine serving 888 years? I know I can't. So, y'all, Hurston shows Axel a video of Dr. Skinner. And come to find out, y'all, he didn't came back. And it's just like, oh, hey, everybody, how y'all doing? Sorry for the wait, like he Lil Wayne or something. Ain't no sorry for the wait, where you been? He basically says that I created Hapna very cheap so I can basically kill mankind. He goes on to give a speech about human race bad and all that stuff. The same stuff you see in these science fiction, fantasy type of shows. Human race bad. We got to purge, blase, blase. Ain't nobody got time for that. But anyway, he comes and lets them know that whoever took Hapna will die. It can't be purged. It can't be cleansed. However, whoever comes and finds it within 30 days, I'll give you the cure. And I'm like, now, Dr. Skinner, was that nice to kill people? Was that nice to do that? Was that holy? Was that of God? Was that a nice thing to do? It wasn't. It was not. So, y'all, we have Axel breaking out of prison. It's actually a really good scene. I would suggest going to watch it. He did flips, turns. It was a lot of parkour. Imagine, like, a cooler version of parkour. But then mix that with Caballero from Brazil. That was the breakout scene. Trust. You need to see it. So, yeah, now we got the world in disarray because Professor Skinner is like, I'm killing all of y'all. And, I can understand why they burning everything up and going off and setting it off. But I feel like this is kind of the point that he's trying to make. I know he said, oh, I'm not trying to play God, but you're playing God, though. Are you not doing something that you're doing? So one of the things I realized about Hapna is that if you don't do drugs, you have nothing to worry about. Now, I do understand why they're doing drugs, especially with the way the world is going right now in 2025. But I know the people who ain't doing drugs in this reality and they ain't touched nothing, just out there cheesing from ear to ear. Oh, God, man, they got that Colgate Kool-Aid smile. You couldn't tell them nothing. They're like, oh, how y'all doing? Hey, isn't today a lovely day? Isn't it beautiful? The birds are chirping, the sky is blue, it's sunny outside, there's flowers. Look at the kids playing in the park. Ain't y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all been? Y'all took Hapna. Oh, give me the same drug I told you not to take. I specifically and explicitly told you, do not take Hapna. And what did you do? You took Hapna, didn't you? You sure did. Now look what happened. Now you're scared. Now you got to get your affairs in order. You gotta talk to your kids. Don't call on Jesus still. Don't call his name now. Where was that at when you was taking Hapna? Where was Jesus at when you was taking Hapna? He was always there, but why didn't you call him? Why didn't you seek him then before the Hapna? Maybe you wouldn't have been in that predicament. Don't call him now. Should I called him before? Leave him alone. He's somewhere minding his own business. What you should have been done. Don't worry about me because, I didn't take it. Like you should have after I told you. See, y'all need to start listening to me. Now y'all dead in 30 days, but not I'm actually on my way to the park and then to the museum. It's going to be a lovely day for me. Ta-ta. So now we have a good chase scene, and we got the girl Chris who's shooting at him pretty well. Like, she could have got him if she did, but she didn't. Because they're trying to lure him to like the northwest side so they can all meet up, talk him into it, Avenger style. Y'all know how this goes. Now, y'all, Axel did all this just to get thwarted by a pretty girl with a nice smile. That's all it takes. Look at Luigi. That is all it takes is a pretty girl with a nice smile. They should have done this part one. They should have done this. Well, if they would have done this at the beginning of the episode only would have been like 4 minutes. But, well, y'all, the episode ends with Axel, not against his will, very much so against his will, joining Lazarus, which is the group needed to find the cure, which they have 29 days left. Okay, y'all, this was fun. I'm going to keep up with it. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, share, come back. Leave a comment, y'all. Let's dialogue about this. I like this.